Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on Bitcoin. We start on the daily time frame, then we'll take a look at the short time frame. I'll show you the short-term bullish and short-term bearish scenarios. Bitcoin has not moved much before the just before Wednesday. Obviously, we'll have the interest rate decision. There hasn't really been much movement so far here, and no decisions have been made. No decisions have been made, which is not really unusual. What we often see is before these interest rate decisions that there isn't really much movement and rather indecision, and that's exactly what we see this week as well. What do we expect for we expect for Wednesday? Well, we don't expect interest rate changes. I'll show you here on the second screen, or I'll just move it over. This is the CME Group FedWatch tool. Some of you might not know it. It shows us the target rate probabilities for tomorrow. So what are the probabilities? You know, what is the market actually expecting? And the market is not expecting an interest rate decrease or increase. No, it's more about a decrease, right? That's what kind of the consensus is, that this year we'll see some decreases. However, I think 3 are currently planned. That's at least sort of probability-wise what the market believes, but nothing in March. Okay, so at the moment the target rate is 425 to 450 basis points, and there's only a 1% probability right now that the interest rate will go down 25 basis points. So the consensus is it will stay the same. And the market, is still not doing much because they are probably waiting for Powell's speech. But I think it's quite clear. I don't expect any change tomorrow. Okay, but that doesn't mean there couldn't be volatility. I mean, the actual change itself doesn't normally move the markets. It's normally the volatility that helps the price, for example, break out from a range. And that might happen tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see. For now, the price is not moving up in a very impulsive way. So another low still remains on the table. I've been telling you that for the last few weeks, that we are in a larger support area. Yes, we are here in this area where we're holding still above the previous CME gap. But there is a case to be made that we could get another low. And for various reasons, we'll see that on the smaller time frame. There are also some indicators that allow for that, like the VRVP. I showed you that yesterday. And on the VRVP chart, for example, and I can just open that briefly, which shows you the volume clusters. Volume is kicking in. Historical volume is kicking in here around 72K. You see that here now, around 72K. So we could get another low, hit that area there between 69K, which is a Fibonacci level, and 75K, and then potentially an upside reversal. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame now. But overall, the white count is still preferred. Okay, so one more high. For anybody who's new, one more high. This would be seen as a wave 4 correction right now here. And one more high is still preferred in a wave 5. This is the support area for a wave 4. And the red count is, of course, the bearish one, which shouldn't be ignored, okay? But it's currently not preferred until we see any 5-wave movements to the downside. Please note, and that's a quick reminder, we likely will deal with 3-wave patterns to the upside, okay, for the foreseeable future. Unless we really see a 5-wave move down from the resistance area as a confirmation that the red count is playing out, because that would give us a 5-wave move down, whereas we are likely going to see just ABC structures to the upside in wave, in wave 5 here, in wave 5. So ABC, the C wave could be an impulse. The A wave usually is a 3-wave move, so we don't necessarily expect 5-wave patterns from the low. I'm still tracking for 5-wave movements because it is the easiest pattern to trade. For those of you who want to learn more about the daily chart and some additional indicators that you might not have heard about, there's one specific indicator I show you in my latest MCO Global video. If you don't, you might not know, but we have a channel that is sort of our main channel, MCO Global, where all the different sub-channels we have come together, the community comes together here. I uploaded a video yesterday, just 7 hours ago, about Bitcoin, and talk about, in these Bitcoin videos, usually about some indicators that goes a little bit beyond what we normally do here in the videos on the Morecryptoonline channel. So check it out. Link to this channel, MCO Global, is in the video description. We also talk about the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, MicroStrategy, and so on this channel, so check it out. Let's talk about the shorter time frame here. You can see that the market is still respecting resistance, but also support. So the market is caught in a range, yeah, is respecting the range, and we'll see a bit of choppy price action here. I already gave you a possible micro count here, but that has to change, which isn't really a surprise in the range here. So probably what might happen is that this B wave resets from a bullish point of view. But as I said, the white count is also probable as long as we hold below the Friday, the 14th of March high, which was here around 85,000, yeah, $330, $350. As long as we stay below that level, I can keep that labeled as wave 4 in the short-term bearish count, and we're going down. So short-term bearish count indicates that all of what we've seen here was just a fourth wave bounce. We're moving down now. This is a wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C in wave 3, then wave 4, then wave 5. Is this high confidence? No. Yeah, none of these counts is currently high confidence on the micro level until we finally break out of the range, because what we've seen are failed rallies and failed breakouts. So we haven't seen any decisive breakout, and until we really get a breakout of this range, out of this narrow range, micro counts will probably change, and we haven't seen any impulsive price action here either. I mean, I could call that a 5-wave move down, okay? But that could just, again, be a C wave in the internal B wave, for example. In the white count, it might be a wave 1 of C to the downside, but I'm not going to label the smallest microstructures here because they will be invalidated, It really depends more on. So the wave counts are there to give us support and resistance. And then that's what they are for, essentially, right? They're not there to predict every wave. They're there to give us support and resistance. And to tell us when we have a first 5-wave move that really matters. And at the moment, we don't. We're still caught firmly in the range. Things will change here. Should we get a break above 85,474? Or let's say at least above the Friday high, where these levels kind of go together, or to the downside below 81,000. That would indicate some weakness and would likely suggest that we're heading down into this area around, 75K, maybe even 72K, which are on the smaller time frame here, the next support levels. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.